Hello and welcome to another video. So, in celebration of, well, no, not really, it's just an excuse to make a video, but in kind of, I guess, celebration of Zombie Chronicles, the new, update that's coming out with the 8 original maps, I'll be doing, well, a NOCLIP series of a lot of them kind of before, and then potentially like an after, but I don't know, because it's a bit difficult on Black Ops 3, and I don't actually have the game on PC, or the actual maps yet, so we'll see. But to start off this series, I guess we'll start off with Moon. So yeah, before this takes too long, let's go. Okay, so now we've loaded in. Let me quickly turn on God mode. So yeah, welcome to Moon, Area 51. Stuck in this, so I guess the whole point of this series is to kind of, I guess, show you what you wouldn't be able to otherwise see in the game. It's not difficult to do it, but you know, what's past there if you ever wondered? Well, I'll show you. Oh, okay, before this gets too hectic. So yeah, I've got my keybinds. I do have a tutorial out on how to do this. But yeah, this is Area 51. So, straight up, not much here. I mean, they do like to not waste a lot of resources while making it, because it's just, you know, a waste of time. And I mean, I'm running this on a PC, so I shouldn't have any lag issues, but you know, this was made for PlayStation 3, I think, so you know, quite an old console. Well, quite, it's not that old, but it did have some major technical limitations, so they had to make it as small as possible. So here it is. This, you can actually walk up here, which is interesting. I do have my gun sound effects off, as when I turn them on, oh, okay, them two just died, as what happens is that, I guess, in order to stop you, there's like a weird laughing kind of sound effect as soon as you start no-clipping, and it's unplayable, so I do have all the sound effect volumes completely off. So here, let's start off with the satellite dishes. Not much, nice little sign. It is quite detailed inside, at least, not so much outside. And it's interesting how these satellite dishes, they have no buildings to them, if that makes any sense. Ooh, hold on a minute. I think I just exposed them. Yeah, you can see that's floating. So, yeah, actually I just exposed an error, or kind of a not so good thing in the map. Yeah, it's not good, because they do try to, you know, waste as little as possible and make them floating. But when you go up to the satellite dish, just nothing. Inside of these here, again, nothing. I mean, there would be no reason for there to be anything. It's kind of a bit of disappointment, but oh well. But this isn't the most impressive bit. I mean, this is only Area 51. You got here, nothing behind this. Yeah, so not much. But now you may be wondering, where's Moon? You know, the teleporter here. Where does it take you? Well, I'll show you. It's Juggernaut. Moon is somewhere there, I think. Or somewhere above us. I'll show you. If you just fly up a little bit, you get a nice view. Oh, disappears. Oh, there we go. And that's Moon. You can see just right next to it. So when you go up high enough, Moon disappears. Area 51 disappears and Moon appears. And an interesting thing to add is when you teleport, the actual skybox itself changes. So as you can see here, it's still got the, I guess, Nevada type background. so it's really bright and doesn't look like the moon we know, but I'm kind of doing this so we can see a bit clearer the terrain. Then I'll teleport, and then the rockets here will spawn in, and so on. But yeah, this is it. It is quite big. Again, it is quite a bit of just nothing. The excavators haven't spawned in yet, but it's quite empty, but big. And you don't need it to be, you don't need loads of stuff everywhere, because it's just dark. No one's ever gonna notice. So the terrain here, I'll probably get back more to the terrain in a bit after we've actually teleported the proper way. We can check out the biodome in daylight. Still kind of dark, but it's cool. So, I mean, people wonder, oh yeah, the fog and the darkness is so bad. Well, if it wasn't for the fog they add and the darkness and all of those features, then it would just be, this. You could see the edge, it wouldn't be as immersive, so it's kind of a stuff you have to do. Here, this is where you spawn. Well, oh, it gets all dark, that's interesting, and when you go outside, I was gonna say, when you go outside it gets all bright again. I just confused the game. Okay, let me fix that quickly. If I get to the teleporter, okay, seems like I've broken it. Oh no, I haven't. Okay, well, yeah, that tends to happen when you do stuff you're not supposed to in the game. Pack-a-punch. Oh yeah, something interesting. There is actually a drain with water underneath it, which is interesting. I wouldn't expect it. Anyway, it's kind of annoying and getting hectic. So let's properly teleport. Okay, I've got God mode, so I don't need to, but I'll still pick up the PES. Is there an astronaut? An astronaut is supposed to spawn, I guess, when the first round properly starts. They are quite annoying, but if you look here, you can run back here as wherever the zombies are, you can be. So, all of this, kind of walk through these stuff, the computer's here, but, still. Getting back to some interesting areas. Anyway. There should be an astronaut, actually. And then here, that's the biodome over there. So they spawn, like, here. And then walk. Oh, they don't walk through the truck. They walk, go up to here, climb out of it. And it looks like they're coming out of space, pretty much. But they're not actually, they're just spawning. Here, I'm not gonna unlock the doors as I haven't actually got the infinite money command thing. We look through here, now some extra stuff has spawned, like the rockets. If we kind of go here. It is a bit disappointing how... actually no, they're still there. But they're just kind of nothing inside. Just some plain, flat 2D things. 3D, but 2D textures. There's no interior. And I think the most interesting thing in the map, the excavators. So all of them are the same as far as I know. We can check them all out, but I don't think there's any reason to. I'll tell you if there is a difference. But yeah, this is them. Could potentially do the Easter egg to show you what happens, but really nothing that much happens. Maybe when the excavators come in, but they're still the exact same. They just move to different locations. So here, not that well textured, kind of 2D-ish, just to give the 3D effect, but really it's nothing special. They've got some, honestly, don't know what. It's not easily recognizable. It kind of just clips into the ground. I mean, you wouldn't notice from that distance. Of course, they probably won't as they're going along here. And yeah, hopefully I'll be able to do the remastered one. You can see the sun there. May try to go to the Earth, but for now not. As it would just take too long, and it's, as I guess you can assume, it's just a 2D picture of the Earth. Nothing special I've tried before. Here, there isn't skybox, just literally the sky. There aren't any, well, there aren't too many flat kind of textures like here the mountains, as it just kind of goes into nothingness. Here and there a little bit to give the sense that it's a hilly area, but not that much. The craters, what I find really interesting is, I guess they assume you won't actually be able to see inside them, because they're quite poorly done inside here, which is interesting for Treyarch, because usually they try to go a bit more in depth into their maps. Now, I guess I've more or less covered the surface. I mean, on this map, as many maps on Black Ops 1, it's what you see is literally what you get. You know, there isn't anything under the mountain there, or here it's... No, I'll go underneath. There's just nothing. Apart from them rockets, that's pretty much the only interesting thing. So, I guess we'll start off here and continue onwards. If we get down here, to hit the, an interesting thing is they make the colors kind of pop. Here it's all grey and horrible, then as soon as you go in here, like, the colors really start popping. They add like a new filter on screen. So 2D cables, there's no need for them to be really 3D. Go through here, we'll see anything interesting. No. Go through everything, make sure there isn't anything hidden, but there never usually is. Now what I like is they did kind of go the extra mile here, because they could have just, oh that's different, that's a spawn here. So yeah, these spawns, if you wonder, oh, where do these tunnels go to? They just go to a dead end. There's no, again, there's no need for them to lead anywhere, because it's just a spawn. But what I like about this area is, you see like the floor here, and many people usually don't notice this while playing, but there's, you know, there's pipes and dirt and all sorts of stuff underneath them, just again to add to that level of immersion into the game. Here, you know, there's floating lights. It makes sense, let's not question that. Then there's some boulders. And yeah, so let me orientate myself again, I'm getting confused. I never used to play this map as much as I played Kino. And yeah, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh my god, it's really bright and stuff, and then, oh, maybe not at the moment, but then it usually gets like all dark after a few seconds. Again, pipes. It's interesting how they use the pipe texture to create a flat wall, and that's why it kind of looks weird. And yeah, they spawn back here. Ooh, I think actually this might have a hitbox. Yeah, and then they walk over here, break the barrier, and go through. Here, again, there's nothing around here. These lead to nothing, apart from an interesting bit underneath here, but still nothing too special. Then you may be wondering, oh my god, is Samantha in here? No. I would do the Easter egg, but it's too much effort. No, there's nothing in here, just, I'm not sure if you can see this, but there's a weird kind of wavy texture thing. Oh, it's this. And this just opens up. She spawns in, opens up, and appears just underneath the teleporter. If you never noticed, you can sometimes fall down if you're like, oh no, I don't actually want to. Okay, yeah, exactly that. Like, I don't want to teleport, drop down, and then you're fine. Go up here, airlock. Oh yeah, this bit. Again, here what I like is they do put effort in to some stuff that you wouldn't usually, you kind of take for granted, such as the roof. You never really look at the roof, but it is quite detailed, I must say. And this window here, how often do you actually look out the window? Pretty much never. But it has a hole, not a hole, but like a small section here, which you'd never notice otherwise. Again, here you're like, how many times have you actually looked out of it and paid attention to it? Probably never, but they're just these small things that add to the immersion of the game. And then here, these panels, are they 2D? No, they're slightly 3D-ish. Some workstation, I don't know what, I can't really make that out. We go up here, more lab stuff. Nothing special. The fancy kind of roof. The Bowie knife. And even here, I guess this is more for the outside area. To please the people by the biodome, but still, they've put effort to make it here when you're jumping up, just to look like they're windows, and to make it look like a real space station, I guess, or a moon station. I don't really know the terminology. And then again here, all these mountains, pretty unnecessary, but it's just for this window here, which they could have just not added it and removed this entire section, but they decide to add it, which is quite a nice touch. So if we go through here, we enter the biodome. Yeah, this is actually see-through, but it's a weird kind of see-through. It's not that pleasant of a thing. Then there are these, I don't know what they are actually, I never knew. I thought they were solar panels, but I don't think they are. I have no idea what they are. If you want, write down in comments what you think they are, but I don't really know. There's the radio. Where's the radio? It's supposed to be a radio up here, which you can shoot. I won't shoot it just because. Oh yeah, there it is. I won't shoot it just because I don't want extra sound effects and people talking over me. Then there's another one here. Is there a third one? I don't know if there's a third one. And this is actually a really weird thing. If you look how bright the Earth is now, and then if I go through the doorway it's supposed to, and all of a sudden it's like really dark and the sky is really dark. But if you don't go through the door, obviously they don't change the filter. Or wait, actually no, from when you're in these indoor sections, you see how it changes from this, and all of a sudden, oh okay, didn't work this time, but usually it gets like really bright for a second. I don't know, it's weird. Don't really know why they made this look so much darker. I guess again it's the fog, just technical limitations. I mean, from here, just so that looks more legit, because honestly it's quite a poor flat facade. But I mean, map, even though it's a moon, not map, moon, even though it's quite a big map, there's really not that much to it, which is unfortunate, but at the same time, what can you do about it? Nothing. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, a rating will be very much appreciated. Hopefully more videos like this will be coming out soon, and until next time, bye.